So, I guess when we left off, your group had just gotten to the city of Volta Major. You guys had heard a bunch of different things that are going on around town, and somewhat like split it up. Went your separate ways. Um, Zeke is at the moment a little bit too like you pulled him out of the bar. He's a little bit too drunk to go with you on the journey to the dojo for the moment. Um, But if you wanted to check, whatever you wanted to check out.
Yeah. See. Um, so the two things that I want to look at, I guess, would be see if I could get into the Library of Congress and then go to the dojo.
Okay.
Even if I'll let Zeke sober up and then I can bring him up there later.
All right. So yeah. It isn't exactly hard to find. It's one of the bigger buildings in this place. Are you flying or are you on foot?
I am gonna go on foot because I'm still not really like trusting of the area around me and I don't want to lose my armor.
Fair enough. Um, so you're on foot. Um, you see they have what we would call trains, but they're probably like automated carriages.
Right.
Um, or actually no, like cable car. Like what's that city that has like the carriages on the line?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
In
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cali, yeah. They've got those going down every
San
street.
Francisco with like all the train cars and all that,
Exactly,
the
that are
trolleys.
on the streets, yeah. So they've got a system like that. Um, it's a whole bunch of people. How do you how do you flag one down?
I'll stand on what I feel like is the corner of a street and kind of wave my arm out and see if anything stops.
Um,
Kind of like I'm hailing a taxi, essentially.
they absolutely do not stop for you. These things
Um,
are bustling down like this is a giant city. These things are like magical sparks flying off up above them. Um,
can I just try to hop onto one as it rolls by?
go for it. Go ahead and give me
Cool.
either a athletics or an acrobatics check.
They are both the same. Good lord. Strength and Dex, my two lowest scores. That's funny. That is a 9.
So you managed to just get in the back of one, get your arms over, your legs are still dangling off, and you see this warforged automaton looks at you. Greetings, welcome to Dale's Gate trolley system. Do you have a ticket?
Wait, where am I supposed to get tickets?
You can find a ticket at any ticket station.
Can I just give you gold and let you not throw me off?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. I've got good persuasion though. Natural 13 plus 5 is an 18.
You see one of the other passengers. Uh, don't worry, I've got it. And he hands a spare ticket that he's got. Basically, it's like a bracelet, and the Warforged puts his hand over it, and like it's scanned. Like you see this magical energy coming off. Alrighty, an additional passenger has boarded, and he grabs you and yanks you up. Please find a seat.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate the help.
No
Um,
worry. Is it your first time in the city?
yes, it is. I guess you could kind of tell, huh?
Oh yeah. Nobody ever really knows how to get on them the first time. Uh, I'm betting you've never seen one where you're from.
I have not. I am very rural and spent very little time in actual big cities.
Well, I hope you're able to get used to it. What are you here for?
Um, well, uh, my friends and I have been traveling around, and I've heard that there had been some help in. There were some people in town here that were helping the people of my country, and I was coming to just give them a talk. And then there was some information I needed to actually look up in the Library of Congress.
Oh, um, well, you're gonna be on here for a while then, because uh, it's quite a distance away. That's on the other side of town. Uh,
Oh,
Effectively, that's in a trade town, just near Booton's Gate.
uh,
And he kind of describes it. I don't know if you
here,
can
what
see
was
the
it?
map, but there's a
I'm
ping
super
right
zoomed
here.
in right now.
Uh,
Uh,
I forget how to
Trade
do
Town.
this.
Okay, I got Trade Town. I got it.
Yeah,
Is it the little library thing there?
yeah.
Cool, I got it. Trade Town.
Effectively, you're kind of zooming up the roads, like down in Southtown right now.
I'm in Southtown. Okay.
Yeah. Um.
Near, what was it? Booton's Gate.
Yeah.
Um, good sir. May I have your name?
Well, I'm Will Farrows.
Will Farrows. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Xandar.
Uh,
Um, I had heard that there was. I also heard after I got into town that there was another older man of my species named Old Man Green. Do you know of this man?
I unfortunately do not, my friend. Um,
Uh,
uh, unless he's one of the wealthier businessmen around, he's not likely in one of my circles.
can can I assume that like one of the guys told me where the dojo was?
Yeah, he said it was up
Okay.
in the northern mountains,
In the northern
so
mountains?
outside of the city.
Oh, he was outside of the city.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, um, well, what would be the fastest way to get to the library? Is it just kind of hang out?
So once we get towards the capital, you're going to want to hop on another trolley. Um, you can tell you what. You can find ticket booths on. You don't seem to have any. Did you meet a tour guide on your way in,
Tour guide?
or a welcoming party or anything?
Well, we kind of did get thrust into the trolley as we were brought in by some other warforged.
Ah, okay. Um,
So I don't think it was the normal way that people would enter this place.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, he gives you like a slip of paper.
Mhm.
Um, Alrighty, I can get one of my own. So this should show you a map to any of the transport locations. There are various buildings like around that are marked with little like pinpoints and whatever. It's quite a few of them. It's almost like an Uber pickup type spot type thing. But yeah, and he gives you this. Uh, don't lose it, or else you might be lost forever in this city.
Ugh. Lucky for me, I can at least fly and find my way around if need be.
Indeed, I've never actually met an Aarakocra. Where are you from?
Um, uh, I'm I found the village. I don't remember what actual like
I think it was
country it
like
was in.
Duchy of Ceylon or something like
The
that.
village of Camrai
Oh,
is what
okay.
it says in my is my home village. I would know
Yeah, you would know what country and whatnot,
correct.
and
I would
yeah.
yeah. Yes, I'm from the village of Camrai. I'm actually myself out on a holy quest.
And how's that going?
Surprisingly well so far, actually. Things are very positive in this manner, which is very fortunate because it's been a long time since these quest has turned anything positive up for my people.
Well, that's wonderful news. Um, You see the train car stops with a sudden jolt. Well, this is going to be my location. Um, if you're ever in the need for any commodities of the magical sort, come and find me. He hops off and enters a small building, um, and then the trolley zooms ahead.
Can I make a note of this because I definitely want to come back and talk to him?
Yeah. Um, so Will Farrows.
Will Farrows. I love the name.
Um, so yeah, eventually you get up. Actually even from where the train stop with the trolley stops and you unboard, you can
Hmm.
actually see the Capitol building. It's this really large. Hold on, let me remember the command to like pull it up. It's this very large and ornate building with almost one of the tallest ones in the land. Um, doesn't seem to have too many people going in and out of it right now, but there
Hmm.
are, people bustling around.
Okay. I currently presently don't think I have any business at the Capitol. So I just kind of take note of like I'm standing back in awe of just how like grand and magical it is. Because granted, I'm like 4'7" or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the
It is
taller
one of
buildings that you've ever seen.
I'm 5 foot exactly. So yes, this is one of those. Just a bird thought crosses my mind like I'd love to
Hmm.
roost at the top of that building.
Yeah, yeah.
um.
Man, I wonder
So
what a perch is like up there.
oh, it's like one of my arms like goes to unclasp, and I'm like, no, no, not now.
Not yet, not yet.
So I'll take a look, and then I'll just try to find like the nearest ticket station, and um try to head uh towards the library.
Alrighty.
Like if I'll ask ask around like if at one of the ticket stations be like, oh, which way do I need to go, someone like that.
So yeah, I mean it's kind of a once you get the hang of the what the process is, you go to one of the ticket stations. You're like, hey, I want to go to the Library of Congress. They ask, do you have a bus pass?
Did he give me the bus pass or no?
No.
Okay. I don't. I need to acquire one.
Very well. For 20 silver, we can get you a year's subscription to our metro services.
Very well. I'll give 20 silver.
Alrighty. They put this little bracelet on you, and they charge it with like this magical energy. Alrighty. Just present this to your operating automaton, and everything will be good to go. You see, one of the trolleys is zooming through the streets and stops at the stop.
Excellent. Is this the direction towards the library?
Yeah.
Very good. I'll hop on and present my bracelet.
He puts his hand over it, collects the magical energy, and tells you to take a seat.
Excellent. I'll sit down and kind of look around and see if anything on the trolley stands out to me is like suspicious or anything.
No, I mean it's just a whole bunch of different people, gnomes, humans, elves. You even see some of like the monster races, like orcs and stuff, that are just living in a city.
Um, okay, I have a question about my the rod.
Hmm.
Um, is the rod inconspicuous if I'm just holding it? Like does it look like a staff or does it look like glow and magical or something like that?
So it is definitely one of those things where it's too long to like hide it on yourself very easily.
Right.
It's no longer something where you could like hide it under your shirt. Um,
Right. I
and
figured. Yeah, I
it's
figured as being a
it's
quarter staff would be
definitely
like that.
extremely ornate.
Hmm.
Um, it's golden looking. It's got all the inscriptions and whatnot on it. It doesn't glow per se, but like
So
there
it
might
it
be
looks
like the occasional like spark or something off of it when you're holding it.
like a fancy rod, but it's not sitting there like glowing and being obviously magic or anything like that. So it's not like something I have to try to conceal.
Okay, so it
That
probably is obviously magic, just
gotcha.
because it
It
like
it
it
is what it is, right?
crackles with electricity every now and then. But in the place you are, everybody's got various magical, like some people have like glowing shoes or something that help them you move fast. Like this is that kind of place.
So like in other towns I may stand out, but here I'm kind of okay with it because
Yeah, here everybody might just think you've got one of the new top products or something like that.
gotcha. Very. I just want to make sure. I want to kind of keep that in my mind, knowing that I've got the like super fucking awesome rod.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. All right. Side note: my sister just got me some new dice, and I can't wait to use them.
Alrighty.
I love new dice.
All right.
All right. So
So yeah, you're zooming on down the street. Eventually, in sight comes this very ornate and decorative and very old at that uh, marble structure. You see the occasional like wizardly folk going in and out as you're approaching, um, and then the train stops.
is there anything I have to like? I'll just walk up. Do I just get off? Do you need to scan this? Like,
No, they don't do anything with
I'm just kind of
getting
looking at the
off.
Warforged,
Yeah.
like holding it up as I get off, like a thank you, and just fist bump him.
He doesn't respond.
Excellent. I hop off.
All right, and it moves off. So yeah, you come to this very large library.
All right. Now I am looking for the history of phylacteries according to my notes.
Alrighty.
Um, was phylacteries and um. Okay, so I guess coming in, I want to look for any like famous necromancers. Um, anything about phylacteries, and then like or like anyone that could like link the two or kind of be like a lich, like maybe.
So are
I assume
you
being a
like asking somebody for this, or are you just searching, like going to a random section, looking through the scrolls or books that they've got?
so okay, so I'll approach and see if there's like a help desk or counter or whatever, and
Uh,
ask if okay, go ahead.
so yeah, you approach the help desk. There
Hmm.
seems to be this rather small looking kobold with these very horn rimmed glasses sitting there.
Hello there, good evening, good afternoon.
Shh, whisper.
Sorry, good afternoon.
Good
Uh,
afternoon.
I was hoping that either someone here could help me find out about phylacteries, or if there was a section I could do research myself.
Unfortunately, those topics are prohibited.
Okay, I understand. I'm actually trying to destroy them, so that's why I was trying to find out. Is there anyone I can talk to about that?
Unfortunately, not. You would have to seek permission from the higher authorities.
Where are the higher authorities? Who are they?
Well, it'd probably have to be something like a high senator or president of the Senate, because those works are strictly prohibited.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And then I'll turn around and just walk out because I do know of the high senator that is helping my country or my town.
Alrighty.
So, I'll keep that in mind. But I think I want to make my way north.
Alrighty. So going to the dojo, or just
Yeah.
heading north in general?
No, I want to head to the north side of town and go towards the dojo.
Alrighty. So we can say, yeah, you get another bus ride. It's like a couple hours of transport going to the north part of town. You go to where they have one of the cable car exits that go into the mountains. Um, do you actually, again, do you ride the cable car or do you take your armor off and fly?
No, I'm still at a um don't really trust a lot of stuff, so I still want to leave my armor on. So
Alrighty.
I'll take the cable car and run it. Even though I
Alrighty.
know it'll be longer for me to do that.
Alrighty. So you see a little goblin individual manning the car. All right. Where are you going?
To the northern gate.
To the northern gate.
Yes, I'm actually trying to find the dojo in the mountains to the north.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been there before. Wasn't really my style. Um, yeah. So he like sets the direct there's a couple different cars at each station that have a slight variation of angle. He sets you in one of the ones kind of going northwest. Um, all right. He does the startup mechanism, presses the button, and it starts lifting up and then going out. You It's probably another 45 minutes before you guys reach the landing point.
Gotcha.
All right. So takes a little bit of traveling through the woods. There's a little bit of a trail. Eventually, you'll
Hmm.
reach these mountainous steps. It's like
Hmm.
10,000 steps or something like that. Goes
Ah,
very high up into the mountains.
classic mountain dojos
Yeah, yeah.
shenanigans.
It's a pain in the ass.
Trust me, I understand. Can I give him like a gold as a tip for helping?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
give
let
him
me
a.
give him a gold.
He's like, holy shit! Thank
Thank
you.
you. I know, thank you, because all my compatriots are off doing God knows what, and I just needed some help, and you've been the most helpful one so far. Sec. Yeah, yeah.
Anything else I can do?
Uh, nope, not right now. I'm just off to climb 10,000 steps. Unless you want to hop up there with me.
I don't think I can do that. Not right now. But tell you what. How long do you think you'll be? I'll come back and give you a ride back.
Um, well, it depends. How long does it take to climb 10,000 steps?
That is well for me. It takes a long time, but I don't know.
Uh,
You're significantly taller.
I, give me probably about 4 hours,
Alrighty.
give or take. And
Uh
you know what? If you're here in 4 hours and I take longer, I'll compensate you for your time.
thank you, thank you. Um, you see, he gently you know uh moves everything, and then gets the cable car going back. Um, very very excited to have a piece of gold thrown his direction.
Excellent. And I'm kind of just, ruffling my feathers kind of get ruffled a little bit, and it's just like, whew, I feel like in a proud way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that was the right thing to do. And then start heading out the gate looking for the trail in the woods.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me either a nature or survival.
Cool. And then can I cast guidance too?
Yeah.
Cool. Nature or survival. I'll do survival. Uh, that is 23.
Oh yeah. You are immediately, with your eyes just clock, okay, these aren't naturally forming this way. This is obviously what's supposed to be the trail. You follow it. Um, Eventually the terrain kind of gets like, misty as you're going higher. And then suddenly you feel, carved stone underneath your feet as this kind of inlaid into the mountains dojo appears. Well, or the steps to it appear,
The
rather.
stairs.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alrighty.
Excellent. Excellent. I'll just look up and just go, let's go. And
Alrighty.
then start climbing up.
Go ahead and either give me a constitution or a strength check.
check.
Yeah,
I'll do. Can I? Yeah, I'll do guidance as well. I think I can do guidance on that,
yeah.
as long as it's not a saving throw. No, I can on saving throw. It's not ability or attacks that I can. That's right. Constitution. Uh, uh 18.
Yeah. I mean, you get like a third of the way. You're doing pretty. You're doing pretty hot. This ain't too bad. Go ahead and give me another.
Okay. Ooh, that is a nat one.
So you try to you kind of push yourself as you're getting in higher altitude. It's been probably a good while since you guys have seriously been in like mountain terrain and like pushed yourself like that. Um, Go ahead and take a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me one more check.
And then uh Constitution.
Yeah, or strength,
15.
either way.
Con's my better one.
Okay. Uh,
15.
So yeah, you managed to finish it out kind of strong. You're still, a bit winded, but eventually you make it to a dojo. Um, so I have two. Oh, that's not what I meant. So yeah, you come across
Ooh,
this dojo in the mountains. Uh,
that is really cool.
yeah. Uh, at the gate, you see two what look to be monks
My
dressed.
screen's black right now. Is that supposed to be?
Oh shit! Because you don't have a character, you don't have vision. Yeah.
That might help.
Yeah. Let's see. And PCs. Xandar. Yeah. So yeah, as you approach the gate, you see these two individuals standing outside.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Um, my name is Xandar, and I hail from I already forgot the name of the town again. I hail from the town of Cam. I think it was Cam High. I hail
Yeah,
from the town of Cam High.
in
Is
the
this the
Duchy of Ceylon or whatever. Yeah, the country. Yeah.
right? Is this the um is this the dojo of the one they call Crean?
Indeed, it is. Right now, the master is teaching some of his disciples, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you were to pop in.
I would if it would be possible, I would love to at least observe.
Hmm. So one of them stays put, but the other kind of goes in front of you and beckons you forward.
Then I will I'll head in. I'll follow with them.
Alrighty. You see it. It has the very traditional, like, kind of very simple walls and stuff made out of the thin paper or whatnot. Uh,
Right.
he takes you down a little set of stairs, and then you see this very old looking Aarakocra person sitting in the group of four other people, all kind of leading them in meditation.
Hmm. I just want to ask like small talk questions as we were walking in.
Hmm.
Um, you know, like what was what's his name? Like can I what any just kind of like what do I need to know about him? I've heard the legends and stories are told in my town, but I didn't expect to ever actually meet him.
Uh, well, We just call him either Master, or sometimes people refer to him as Master Crean. Um, I don't know much about things of legend of him. Um, from my understanding, the Master moved here in his younger days and set up this school. Uh, Sometimes
Amazing.
members from the city come here to either relax or train or various other things. Um, so yeah, you see that they're sitting there. Um, Occasionally, he'll talk to one of the people, telling them to focus their key or whatnot. Um,
Hmm.
it seems to go on for probably about 20 to 30 minutes before uh, he like lifts himself up very ruggedly, um, and tells them to rejuvenate themselves with like food and water and whatnot. The one beside you goes back out to the gate, and then these guys clear into the rooms.
Um, then I will. Is he? And he's just standing by himself.
Yeah, just slowly walking towards the entrance to the school.
Gotcha. As he comes up to me, I'll just be like, Master Crean, is it really you?
Who are you?
My name is Xandar. I'm from the village of Kamhai.
Hmm.
Your, the stories about you, it's incredible. Like, it is unbelievable that you're still here. I feel like, all of the stories that we all hear in town are about, what you used to be, but not that you were still here. This is truly amazing.
Indeed. What a sight! What a interesting blast from the past. It's been a long time since I've been home.
It's
Uh,
it's wonderful to actually meet you, sir.
would you like to sit and have tea?
It would be my honor.
So yeah, he leads you to one of the rooms. Uh, Let me grab this. Um, Basically sitting across from you, in a having a thing of boiling tea sitting in between you, as it boils. So
Hmm.
what brings you here?
Um, well, my compatriots and I were originally brought here for um actually we're trying to save the city, but the city doesn't know it yet.
Interesting.
The Have you heard what happened at the Dwarven capital?
I have not. I My adventuring days are long since gone.
Understandable, sir. Understandable. Well, apparently there is a necromancer that is uh making his statement on the world, and a zombie horde has actually gone and overtaken the dwarven capital of. I don't have the note in front of me.
Of Rhodesia or what? Yeah.
Of the capital of Rhodesia, and from what we understand, they're heading this way next. But that's not what
Hmm.
brought me to you. What brought me to you was it's the story that that you have outlived, in my knowledge, longer than any of our species has lived. And
Yes.
growing up hearing about the fearless fights of you know Creating the Magnificent is it's I just had to come and meet you, sir.
Why? Yes, I do suppose. Hearing of one of our kind living this long would be quite a miraculous story. Uh, would you care for me to regale you the tales?
Oh, It I would absolutely love, sir.
Well, I don't know how much you exactly know of me, but I am one of the individuals to have started the physical training of our warriors of our village some time ago, early on in my days. Um, Eventually, it came time for me to adventure out, as all of us do. On my journeys, I found many great things, many great sights. Never finding any pieces of that ancient relic. But what I did find was things that increased my abilities in the martial arts, increased my connection to the key, and eventually I found Volta and fell in love with it, um, and decided to settle down. Unbeknownst to me, I would still be around this long. Apparently, when you get good enough at, I don't know, punching people in the face, you stop the natural aging, or at least decreased it. Long gone are the days of me being able to fly. I'm earthbound now, but still kicking, as it would be.
That's truly. My brother would love to meet you.
And
He's a bit of a wild child, but I will say he is very gifted in the way of key.
hmm, well, a little discipline and a little wildness always do well. Perhaps I can teach him a thing or two.
I will now that I know the way. I will absolutely make sure he gets up here to see you. But there's something I do want to show you, and
Alrighty.
I'll pull out the rod.
Um, at first, he doesn't quite react to it, but then upon realizing what you're kind of saying and what the inscriptions and stuff are, it's like, my God, how how did you get? What? You must tell me how this came to be.
So I have actually come across now, and in my possession, I have two of the seven parts of the rod.
Oh my! How? I
The
can't. Let me ask you a question.
Absolutely.
Did one of them have anything to do with whatever shenanigans is going on in Cathay?
In Cathay,
Yeah, the
that was
desert.
where we just came from, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I believe so.
I goddamn knew it.
I just fully hard laugh at this because I was not expecting that response. I literally just
Yeah. Um.
for actually that's part of the fortunate part of my journey was one of my party mates was from a small town out or a big town in Cathay, and we he knew exactly of like when it was being described to us about the meteor crash and all this stuff about the ancient times. He was like, oh yeah, that sounds like this place over here in the out in the desert, and
See,
party. And
I traveled alone, so one, I could never go out that way. I would have died. And then two, I just didn't know things. I
so
guess
this
that's
was
why
actually
there's strength in numbers, I say.
these days especially, but that was the second part that we found. I actually already found a piece before that.
Ah, how'd you come across that one?
We so we made it to this weird little town that had a whole bunch of like I don't slime monsters or something and zombie monsters, and I cleared them off rather easily
Hmm.
actually, if I recall. And um the children in the town were being kidnapped and found out there was a magical tree that was a transport to the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
Once entering the Feywild, we came across a um, archfey named Roland, and going back and forth, he was offering us wondrous deals that we turned down, or that everyone gets warned about.
Indeed, yeah.
Don't make deals in the Fey. But right as we were about to leave, he looks at me and goes, "I know what you're after, and I have a piece of it," and produced in front of us a piece of the rod. And um, I couldn't make the deal in front of my friends, but eventually told them about it, and I made a deal with him to get a piece of the rod, the first part of the rod.
He quietly takes a sip of tea. What did you have to give up?
It was I lost the ability to cast 2 spells, and he knows I'm a cleric, right? He can tell.
Yeah, I mean, he may not exactly know you know you're a
He
mage of
he
some
knows I
sort or
am
something. Yeah,
magical or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Okay. I it cost me the ability to cast 2 of my spells, and um I owed him one favor. But I negotiated it out to where it couldn't be anything silly like, "Oh, the thing you owe me is the piece of the rod that you just found." So I had to, and he was, you know, gave a sly grin and said, "Okay, I understand." And we he let me have the piece of the rod, and it's the first time that anyone uh, of our people has seen this since the goddess herself had it
In,
in her possession.
indeed, it is quite wonderful. Risky business dealing with fiends or fae.
It is, but you know how important this is to our people.
Oh, most definitely.
I, in my heart, believe this was worth the risk.
And that is all you can do. Do what you think is best.
Um,
Have
so
you
what? Good.
uh, have you got any idea where any other pieces might be located?
Um, okay, so I know you and I talked off mic. Would I have the realization that,
You
oh
would
shit, it seems like these would be spread out across the plains?
so yeah, you would know that there's no more on the material plane.
Okay.
Like they're not pulling you in any of that direction. You'd probably have a
Like, would I
feeling
have
that
felt
they're
would
you
I
have
have felt like a little tug, just like not necessarily when I was getting like even when I was far away, kind of just like had a sense of like, oh, this is actually wanting me to go in this direction, kind of thing.
yeah, like vaguely. As you got closer, it directly pulled you, but then once it's been reunited, there's not really a tug in any direction.
Okay.
Um, and there's not even the feeling like you can certainly feel like there's nothing more here to grab.
Right. Okay. Um, I there's a connection that I have with this piece now that I have it, now that it's been found and I've attuned with it, and I just the first one kind of had a when I was given the first one, it kind of led me in a vague direction towards the next one. I had a feeling of the way I needed to go, and once I got close to it, it was almost just like a compass for me, led me right to where the next piece was. And since the two have joined together, I don't have that feeling anymore, which
Hmm,
kind of leads me to believe they may have been spread across the, different planes of existence. And
that would make sense.
thinking back, like I've gotten one piece from the Feywild, I got one piece from the mortal realm. Like it's kind of adds up that maybe there is one on, you know, Shadowfell or in the Nine Hells or something like that. I'm assuming the Nine Hells is a part of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Like I'm like made there spread throughout the plains, and It's this is a very overwhelming power that this possesses, and it almost leads you to believe that the rod isn't supposed to be wielded by one individual, and that's the best way to keep it from happening is spread them throughout the plains.
Hmm, possibly.
But
Or the fact that it's now led you to Volta, the magic capital of this continent. More people here will know about interplanar travel and have written on it than in anywhere else.
this is true. Who do you know many people in Volta, or have you kind of been secluded to the mountains up here?
I There's only one person that I've made a really good friend with. But other than that, I'm very reclusive.
I understand, yes. Um, who in town have has gained your interest?
There's a friend of mine. He's also, well, his heritage goes back to our home country. Um, he's a senator. His name is Broa Agu. He's a genitor. He's a senator of Luxodon descent, which you would probably know are like the elephant people.
Right, Broa
Yeah, B
Agu.
BROA space AGU.
Luxodon.
Yeah,
Is it? Did you say like Luxodonus?
LUXODON.
Odon. Okay. He is a Luxodon.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's
Is
a
this the
senator.
is this the senator that's been helping our people?
I I don't know. I am not aware of anything.
There was one of the high senators in Volta has actually been kind of through back channels and all that been taught, but he's supposedly been to help fund a coup in our country to um help rid us from the snakes. I don't remember what was the snake race called?
Yuanti.
From the Yuanti.
Interesting. No, he's not a high senator. He's just a senator of Bhutan's Gate. Um, he's one of many of that district. Um, no, there's
So
there's only four high senators.
there's only four high senators.
Indeed.
Wonder who is helping us.
Hmm. If
Would
I
would Broa Agu have a like knowledge of these high senators and possibly their dealings and goings ons and all?
He might. He's not really one of those fellows attuned to politics, as it were. Um, but he very well might.
Hmm. I need to find out what's going on, and I need to find. Would he be able to? Do you think he could get me access to? This is an off the wall question, but maybe you know. Do you think Broa Agu could get me access to restricted or forbidden materials in the library?
Depending on what level of restriction. I
Uh,
know that the president of the Senate or a high senator could, in most circumstances, but perhaps a senator could. I will.
because
I will say, if what you say is true about the invasion coming towards us, likelihood is the Senate is in session and there's no entry or exit. Um, well, no, and he looks at you kind of with a sly, like smile. No official entry or exit.
I get what you mean. You know, I was pondering about what the view would look like from up there.
See, that's why I have to live up here, because I can't fly myself, so this wonderful view, and he kind of points out the window. This is as close as I can get to flying in the skies again.
You know, it's truly been amazing talking with you.
And you. Hopefully, you're able to collect more pieces for our goddess.
You know, that's my plan. I need to make sure first I need to make sure the horde will be stopped. But then we'll see what happens at what the goddess has in store for me after that.
Indeed. Um, he he's finished his tea. He puts the cup to the table. Beckons for you to hand your cup.
Yeah, I've finished I've been sipping the tea.
Yeah.
Hand
Puts
it
it on
back.
the table. Kills the fire. Well, I suppose if they're coming from Rhodesia, that means that they'll head through here. Suppose I might have to get ready and pack up my things as well. Um, Thank you for warning me.
Oh, absolutely, Master Crean. Is there anything, any advice that you can give to me as a young adventurer?
Definitely don't travel alone.
That does seem like some good advice.
It it takes a toll on you, even if you're
It
capable.
seems like you've carried yourself well.
Indeed, but what are good times without people to share it with?
That's true indeed. My I think you would like my brother.
Well, if he's a wild card, as you say, I suppose it might do to have a little bit. None of the ones I'm currently training have put any stress on me.
Oh, I have seen him he handle some monsters and beings that were a little big for him and handled them with quite ease actually.
Well, I'd love to teach him a couple tricks. Some stuff I'm doubting any of my students back home ever taught him or
I
ever
think
could teach him.
I don't think they could have taught him like you could, but I think he was the if I remember correctly, it was one of the ones that you taught is the one who taught him.
More than likely. Uh, it's been so long, the names run away from me.
I can understand that.
All right.
Well, Master Crean, I'll return with my brother so that you can teach him the ways.
Alrighty.
And
So
thank you for everything.
yeah, he kind of bows to you, um, and starts making like headway to prepare things.
Gotcha.
Um, and you're free to leave.
I'll bow to him and kind of just slowly head back to the door, like a lot of the stuff, pondering through my head.
Yeah.
Then um oh, Master Cream, one last question.
You
Where
you catch
oh,
him
is
as
he gone?
you catch
Oh,
him as
okay.
he's walking away.
Master, one last question. Where can I find Broa Ague?
Like I said, he's likely in the Senate.
Gotcha.
If they've locked it down, then it might be a little bit tough to get a hold of him, uh, unless they make the decisions rather quickly. And we all know
Are there
politics; they never make anything quickly.
nothing's ever quick with them. Um, are there many Luxodon in the Senate, or is he one that kind of would stand out?
I believe he's going to be one of the only ones. Not a very common people.
Right. Well, thank you again for everything, sir. And like I said, I will see you soon.
Alrighty. Oh, that reminds me. Um, one of the high senators. If my bets were on anybody, it would be the Turtle Fellow.
That is where I will start then, sir.
And he walks away. All right. I'm guessing. So, do you try to fly down, or do you just walk the steps down?
Um, I think I'm gonna walk the steps down.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and make an acrobatics check.
20, dirty 20.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're able to very easily go down these steps, even with like the dew and stuff setting on them, and like
I feel like I
moistness.
can't fly with the armor, but I can at least kind of glide a little bit. So it's like I'm going
Yeah,
down like 8 to 10 at a time, like just catching a little, just
yeah.
under the wing.
And you get to the bottom rather quickly. It's only been about 3 hours.
I'm gonna wait for my little buddy.
Yeah, you sit down, take a little rest.
Do I have to get
Event
a long rest to get rid of exhaustion?
long rest is what gets rid of exhaustion. Yeah.
All right, then I'm just gonna hang on. Let me look because I don't think I need a lot of. Do I just have what is first level exhaustion?
I believe that's disadvantage on ability checks and attack
Okay.
rolls.
Then I'm just gonna go ahead and because I got two of them now, greater restoration because I think that gets rid of it.
Alrighty. Yeah, I believe it. Well, I don't know.
You can reduce the target's exhaustion
By
level
one.
by
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Okay.
Then yeah, I'll go ahead and greater restoration.
Alrighty.
Um,
So
and then
eventually you see the little car coming your direction, coming downwards and landing. Greetings.
hello, my good sir.
Nice to see you. Your business go
Absolutely.
fine?
It did. It
Great to
was
hear.
a worthwhile trip. Um, I'm how rude of me. I forgot to ask your name.
I am uh shit. I
Ah,
am Doggins.
Doggins. Doggins, this might seem like an. Can I ask you a kind of almost rude question?
Go for it.
Do a lot of goblins know each other, or is there like pockets of them spread throughout?
Um so he starts the ride. You guys travel
I'll
back.
tell him.
Um
Yeah, head towards the middle of the city.
yeah. Well, around here, um, so the mountains have a lot of goblin gang activity.
Mm,
Whether it's smugglers, bandits, stuff like that. There's some of us that live within the city and have thrown away all of that. Um, the civilized ones. Um,
mm,
as far as if we know ones from other countries or whatnot, maybe there might be some, bandit routes or whatever, people that know each other.
mm.
Likelihood is, I mean, I've probably still got cousins that are underground, things like that.
Gotcha. We just have this little goblin that's been traveling with us that I've taken a good liking to.
Where's he from?
He was from the north, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was from. Let's
Did they get him on
see.
the pirate ship?
He was from Gaul.
He was from Gaul. He's from Gaul.
Yeah, unfortunately, don't know if I'm gonna know anybody from out there.
Uh,
Uh,
it was a long shot, but it was worth an ask anyway. All right, we're heading towards. Um, can I take my armor off and like store it somewhere? Or do I have to like leave it behind?
no, so yeah, you could store it like in your backpack as long as you have the weight. The
Um,
carry weight stuff for it.
actually, can I go to I want to go to Will Ferrell's
Alrighty.
Magical Commodities. I want to go see Will.
Oh, that's the wrong map.
Big map.
Alrighty.
So he was in Trade Town.
Yeah,
That
he
was that the
was.
little plus you put on there,
Well, no.
or
So
is
the
that
little
just
plus
coincidence?
that was the inn that Zeke managed to get somebody to want you guys to stay at.
Gotcha. Okay. But was Will like close to that?
Yeah, he's like up this way.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I want to head back towards Will Ferrell's Magical Commodities.
Alrighty. Again, takes a little bit of time, but no problem navigating. Um, you eventually get back down that way. You can
Uh,
see that it's a rather higher end establishment.
I want to
It's
give
in the
my
center of
my
the
little
city.
goblin friend 6 gold as a tip.
He fully is in tears, like, no, please, I can't take it. Like this is so much.
I
This
look.
is this is my year's salary in a day.
I fully understand and can appreciate this, but I also can appreciate like the help that you have given me, and
I
it's
literally just pressed a button, my guy.
you know what? But you were the look at it this way. You were just how about call this a lucky day that you just happened to be the right person to pick me up today.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
In
Now,
fact, I might quit this job and find a better job now.
if that then I'm be glad. I'm glad for you that I helped you better yourself in a right direction.
What's your name?
My name is Xandar.
I'm gonna name my first son after you.
Oh, you
It's not
honor
gonna
me.
make sense as a goblin name whatsoever, but it would be great.
Yeah, I, I am truly honored by this. Thank you.
Yeah, he thanks you profusely, um,
Literally just changed a goblin's life.
and it barely like out of your pocketbook. It's like hardly anything.
I have so much gold.
Yeah, more than he makes in like a year.
In all honesty, I gave him 6 because it put me at an even amount.
So yeah, you you head down to the commodities. It's a very high end establishment. Uh,
Um, I'll walk
you're
in and see if Will is there.
um
Or
you
does he look
see,
like he
I
was
mean,
the owner of the place?
yeah, he's the owner of the place. You see that there's other like workers that are there. Hi, how can we help you?
Hi there. I met Mr. Farrows earlier on the transit system and told me to come by and visit his shop, and I wanted to come thank him for his generosity earlier and see what he had here.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Um, he's in a meeting at the moment, but if you can, peruse the shop for maybe about 10, 15 minutes, hopefully it'll be all solved.
Oh, absolutely. That sounds wonderful. Thank you. So
Um,
I want to look around. Specifically, I want to look for a bag of holding.
okay. Give me just a second because I gotta get like a actual magic
Magic, yeah,
item. Yeah.
I got you. Because I know we have one in the party, but I want one for myself. That I feel like I want to see if I can find one that's big enough to like hold the armor and, um, like maybe even because I know it's only there's a certain depth to it, isn't there?
Uh, yeah. It can hold like 500 pounds. Um, but it's like
But I
a
guess I was
certain
like I
like a
want to have
five
one
by
that I can
five
like
area.
right. So it's like I want to see if I can get the staff to fit inside of
Oh,
it
okay.
without
Oh yeah.
to like
So,
hide in case I feel like the need to hide the staff. I can at least put it in the bag and pull it out as I need to.
alrighty. So bag of holding is going to be okay. So yeah, they've definitely got some. They've got even some like designer bags of holding where they've got the jewels or gold lining stuff like that. Um,
Mm,
they've got different selections. They're all running around 1,000 GP.
okay. I want to see if I can find one that kind of goes with my uh scale mail.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely find like a not technically dragon scale, but in that style, a red one with like gold lining and whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, it's at that price of 1,000.
All right, I'll contemplate that, but I'm also contemplating seeing if I can find what armor they have because I may give up the fire resistance to increase my AC a little bit too.
So they're not really gonna have like combat
Arm
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so it's more just fancy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Um, I'll ooh, actually, do you say the rod is mostly a gold inlay?
Yeah, like primarily gold, and it has like some like silver etchings and stuff on it.
Can I can I find a bag that's close to that?
Yeah.
That's what I want is like a gold and silver kind of ornate bag that kind of goes with the rod.
Yeah. You can get one like that as well.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to match the rod first, and I want to make sure it's like enough that I can at least put the scale mail and the rod into it without really losing anything.
Yeah, so they're 2 foot in diameter and 4 foot deep, and it can hold up
Okay.
to 500 pounds, which is very much that's fine for
Oh,
your
that's
armor
definitely
and
within.
and the
Yeah.
rod. Yeah.
Okay, so I can actually put. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to buy the bag.
Alrighty.
Thousand.
Yeah.
That's 100 platinum, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I got 100 platinum on. I'm just gonna take 1,000 gold off. Cool. And then I'll add a bag of holding, and then I'll kind of just look around, see if there's any cool like trinkets or amulets or anything fun like that that they have.
Um. Yeah. So eventually, so you're perusing around. Uh, they've got like a whole bunch of like perfumes, potions, things like that. Um, they've got them all like labeled. Most of what they have is going to be like mundane, like not. These are not. This is not a combat magical item stuff, or like even like super rare magic. Like it's magical commodities. So like a jug of I forget the jug of the alchemy jug, things like that. The one where you can have so much water or wine or whatever, things like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Um,
Tell you what, I think one amulet that they would probably have. The amulet of the drunkard. That might be one of the better ones that they've got. So it's like you pick it up and smell it. It smells like kind of a alcohol barrel, like a you know like a barrel of alcohol. Um,
hmm,
when you're wearing it and you drink, a pint, it helps you restore hit points once per day.
hmm.
Yeah.
I how much is that?
That one's only gonna be 600 GP.
I think I'm going to hold off on that for now,
Alrighty.
but I want to
Keep it in
um
mind.
keep it in mind
Alrighty.
because I do want to see if I can find an armorer, so I don't want to
Alrighty.
blow my whole load here.
Fair enough. You just got something for your ride. You don't want to blow your whole load.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Um, so yeah, eventually you're carousing around. You see from the back room an individual comes out. He's a human, um, kind of like a gaunt face. Uh, Walks right on by you, kind of shoves you out the way a little bit, um, and then soon behind, like once the when the door opens, you hear like the sounds of machinery and stuff in the back, um, and then you hear, well, no, you see uh, Will come out, kind of
uh,
with a like you know irked look on his face.
I'll walk up to him. Ah, Will, and what seems like there's a problem. Anything I can help you with?
Unfortunately, not unless you know how to make more sturdy automatons. I've been delving into that field a little bit, and God, Ranka's put me out of business.
Hmm. And that's the ones that brought us back in, right?
Yeah, Ranka automatons were the ones that
Gotcha.
they're the bigger popular brand, the ones that escorted you back in.
Okay. I came across a couple of their um uh automatons on our way into town, and they definitely seem pretty sturdy.
Um, he looks at you, kind of intrigued. What were they heading into town for?
They had mentioned they were out on um patrol, or they were out in like the southern sector, and they had actually been recalled after the attacks in Rhodesia.
Hmm. If Frank is needing a recall, this might be my opportunity.
It seemed to not necessarily recall as in defective, though. It seemed more as in a recall to help solidify forces here.
What would what? Hmm.
Oh, have you heard about what's happening in Rhodesia?
Not really my marketplace. No.
Well, the capital of Rhodesia's fallen to
Wh-
an undead horde,
what?
and that horde is supposedly marching this way towards Volta.
You see this guy's like jaw fucking drops. Any like ounce of like pomp and circumstance kind of thing, where the proper. How the fuck are we not hearing about this?
That's a very good question, and it might be one of those that they don't want you to know about this. They want to keep the city isolated and happy and carefree and not worrying about what's happening outside the walls.
I mean, We have okay. And he kind of like fixes his glasses real quick. So logically, Volta is probably one of the safest places. We've got the mountains and the wall. Really, the only way in is through the cable cars. But still, that is a crazy thing to not. Nobody's talking about this.
Supposedly, the senators are all in session right now, deciding on what's the best course of action.
Holy crap! I thought they were discussing like tax policy or something.
Mm.
Jesus Christ! You see, he's kind of like moving around a little bit, telling his associates, hey, drop this, go, fix things, he's kind
He's
of
kind of still like bossing and working at the same time.
yeah, like um, or trying to get them to do something like to ready themselves, weird,
Right.
yeah. Um, well, thank you for telling me about this. Um, it might have to consider making different life choices.
Well, that's also part of the reason that I'm here is I'm trying to stop this horde from taking and destroying anything else.
Well, that would be appreciative.
Oh, of course. I
Um,
mean, I've already stopped one horde.
he gives you a questioning look.
Yeah. There's also some stuff going on out in the desert that we kind of, my friends and I, managed to quell that.
You've got to be some
There's a lot.
serious deal, aren't you?
I kind of am a big deal, but I'm a big deal that not many people know about. It's kind of nice being that way, in all honesty.
Interesting. Well,
My brother, on the other hand, is a bit of a drunk and a showboat and likes calling attention to himself, and I prefer working a little more discreetly.
well, thank you for this information. I believe I'm going to start seeing how I can arm my Warforged. Maybe that'll be
That
the push I need to get in the
that may
get an
not be
edge in
a
the
bad
market.
idea because it seems like the other Warforged are well sturdy. They are. I don't know how uh, battle capable they are. So maybe if
Well,
you can
that might be what he's
get an
trying to do as
advancement.
well.
So
R-
well, I love the shop. I actually bought myself a new bag while I was here.
Oh, looks
So this is
fantastic on you.
uh, thank you, sir. This is quite a shop, and I love it. Uh, I do have one question. Where would you, who would you recommend in town for me to see about some armor before battle? The battle gets word of the battle gets around, and they um start jacking up prices. And I know, commodity or like the cap or what is it? The free market does.
Oh, it definitely will. Um, I'd probably say over in Eastern Trade Town, there's some good vendors out that way.
Oh,
They
very good.
definitely
I'll
deal
head.
with arming, whether it be the guards or the soldiers. They tend to do that kind of work.
Ah, excellent. I will head that way and see if I can find them.
Oh, did I
Um,
say east? I meant west.
uh,
Western Trade Town.
Western Trade Town. Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. I will head out that way. And thank you and good luck. And I'm sure I'll be back because there's a few other things that I noticed that I wanted to get, depending
Alrighty.
on other purchases.
Looking
But
forward to it.
thank you
Uh,
and good luck.
you see,
If you
he
need
like
anything else from me, also
you see
don't
basically
hesitate.
as the conversation ends, he basically rushes back into his workshop.
He's just like, yes, yes, very good, and then gone.
Yeah.
Cool. Then I'm gonna head over to Western Trade Town.
Alrighty. Um, you see, as you get over into this district, it's a lot less. Yeah, it's a lot less like regal and busy, and more kind of, uh, the trade jobs, which gets is where its name comes from.
Right.
Um,
So yeah, look around and see if I can find an armorer.
yeah. Let me go ahead and. So, what exactly are you looking for?
Um. All right. So I have currently got scale mail. So I think I am. I want to make sure of this. I am proficient in medium armor. Okay.
I believe that is correct. Yeah.
Um. Whoa. How much is half plate?
Uh,
I figure in a city this big, I could probably find.
like a decent. Yeah. Yeah. So half plate is doesn't say half plate cost. I've got so many tabs open.
Same. Actually, I've moved up to three monitors.
750 GP.
750.
Yeah.
Um, do you think, or do you think I could find someone that has a mithril here?
Go ahead and give me either an investigation or perception. We'll just make it a, or actually just a regular D20 luck.
Luck roll.
Yeah.
You're feeling lucky tonight. That's a 4. It's not feeling lucky anymore.
Yeah, Mithril is probably going to have to be one of those things where it's like commissioned.
Gotcha.
So if you're spending like a month or two here, you could probably get it made for you. Um,
Doubt we're gonna spend that long here.
yeah.
Shame. Um. All right. I just want to look at. I want to look at something real quick. Would I be able to find any of the like uncommon items like an adamantine or something like that? I know that Mithril's not out, or the Mithril's out, was that kind of for all the specialties?
Um. Okay, so depending on rarity, right?
Okay.
What adamantine thing are you looking for?
Um, I just like
I'd
if I just
say,
got like
I, I'd
just
say,
adamantine half plate.
okay. Um, I'd say you could probably find anything common or uncommon, and then uh, oh wait, so adamantine half plate.
Is uncommon.
Really?
Mithril and adamantine actually are uncommon.
Huh.
At least on, I'm looking on D&D Beyond the inventory. That's where I'm looking at.
Well, mithril half plate is rare. Uh,
Really? On the manage inventory on my character sheet, it has it as uncommon. They have the
oh, okay.
+1. They have the +1 half plate is
Oh,
rare.
that's what it is. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think you could actually probably not necessarily find it, but somebody could make it for you. But with adamantine, they've got the right tools. They could make it out for you in probably a day or two.
I want to commission the adamantine then.
Alrighty.
I'll,
Uh,
I'm gonna add it to my inventory. I just want to check something real quick, and I'll take it out. Because I want to see what it does to my. Oh, wrong one. Take leave that and take that off. Yeah, it takes it up a one. Okay. Yeah, I'll commission that.
All right, so it's going to be 17,000 GP.
17,000.
No, okay, 1,700. My
Okay, I was like, wait,
bad. My bad.
what?
Misspeak.
All right, so that is 100 platinum and 700 gold.
Yep.
100, 700. All right, I'll want to buy that.
Alrighty, go for it.
I'll that.
So now you're immune to crits.
But I also lose my fire resistance though, which I'm
Indeed.
okay, which I'm okay with right now.
Hasn't
Do you want
come
me to?
up too much recently.
No, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like, especially being now that feel like I've turned into a warcaster, I should probably up my AC a notch. Um, do I've got it added in my inventory, but I don't have it equipped.
All right.
I'll figure it's if they're taking a day, if you'll let me do that, then
Yeah.
I have it there, so I'll equip it next session then.
Yeah.
Um, I
And
guess the next thing I'm doing is flying up to the Senate, but I don't know if I want to wait for everyone else to come in with me with that or not. Is that a
um,
major plot point, do you think?
I don't think anybody else was even looking at the Senate.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to store my um armor. So I'll take it off so I can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Um I'll keep the shield on my one arm and then the rod in the other and see if I can make my way to the top of the fight like stealthily like kind of plot out a course and see if I can make my way to the top of the Capitol building.
All right. Um. So yeah, you can definitely get up there pretty easily. Um. They've not really got much in the way of like surface to air, protections or anything. Um. Now, as far as finding a way in, if you want to go ahead and make both an investigation and a stealth check.
All right.
Stealth can definitely be at advantage.
Okay. I'm gonna add. I'll use guidance on one of them, and I'm going to. Where's my investigation? Oh, they're both garbage. Lovely. I'll save it. I'll do stealth first. That is a nat 1 and a 17 for an stealth is +1, 18. So thank God for advantage.
All right, and then go ahead and make that investigation.
All right, investigation. Let's go with you, and then I'll go ahead and do guidance on on this one. 14 plus 2, 16.
Yeah. You managed to. So first off, you're freeing your wings for the first time in a good while.
Oh,
Um,
and it's just I kind of take like a minute and just like soar because it has been a while, and it's great
yeah,
to feel like the wind under my wings and
yeah.
the.
You don't even need to take one of those trolleys or anything. You're just soaring. Um, the biggest the biggest buildings in the city. You see them in front of you. Um, there's definitely some stealthy like windows or something like high up offices uh, that you manage to fly up to and just lift it open a little bit, and you manage to crawl your way in.
And I just it's one of those just like I guess spreading my wings and flying is just like laying for me it'd be like laying down at the end of the day and just relaxing
Oh yeah.
almost. Oh, it feels great. And then I realize, oh wait, I actually have something I'm doing. Great. I want to see if I can make my way to. Well, am I just in an office or is this like an empty room that I kind of made my way in?
So it's an empty like it looks like some sort of clerk's office or something like that up high in the like one of the towers.
Gotcha. Can I just kind of do a look around and see if there's anything like
Go ahead and make a perception check.
cool. Ooh, with advantage because I have a shield.
Because you have a shield.
Doesn't really help when you roll a 6 and an 8, but
Ooh.
8 plus 5 is 13.
um, yeah, you don't really see anybody around. Everything's kind of quiet. Um, I think you might hear like some like reverberating sounds coming from down below.
Gotcha. All right. I'll see if I can start heading towards the sound and see if like listen for talking uh it's kind of like what a like I have an idea of like how many like what a senators in Congress would sound like, so
Yeah.
kind of trying to see if I can find the voices.
Yeah, just every now and then you hear the occasional, like everybody goes silent, and then the occasional like roar of "Rrr," and then the roar of blah, and then like is just going back and forth. Um, Eventually, you make it to one of the ground floors. As the you know somewhat of this is kind of like a open air area, and you're able to there's a long descending stairway with multiple like rooms and stuff. Eventually, you make it to the ground level. Um, there's kind of like a desk area, and then there's like two like very regal doors uh, that are closed and seem to be barred.
Hmm. Um, can I come up and just see if I can listen and see if I can hear anything?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely hear like the sounds of echo, like not just like regular voices, but it seems like they're being amplified,
Mm-hmm.
and then multiple people's response, and then an amplified voice saying something. Um, it's at this point that a person behind the desk, um, excuse me, I don't
Yes.
believe anybody's supposed to be in here.
Um, well, I was told I had an appointment with damn, I just need to leave my notes pulled up. Too many stuff. Um, I was told that I had an appointment with where the hell did his name go?
I can actually add his notes to your journal. You're talking about Broa, right?
Yeah. Oh shit, I think I may have hit back and I may have deleted my notes. That's weird. Yeah, I was
So
talking about Broa.
yeah, so if you check your journal on
Oh, on
roll
here.
20, yeah.
All right. Broa Ague. Sweet. A frenetic and twitchy Luxodon senator. Love it. All right. Yes, I was I actually had a meeting with Senator Broa, but can't seem to find him.
Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
All right. Give me this one. Ooh, deception's not great. 11.
She kind of squints at you. Um, well, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to meet with you. You see, they've been in there all day, and I don't know if you're aware how it works, but they don't get to go home. They stay here until the decisions are reached. Um, but she looks at her watch. Uh, I think they might be breaking for lunch at some point within the next 10-15 minutes.
If I do have just one question, and I don't mean to be a bother, but what what are some of the decisions they're working on today?
That I do not know. Um, I just know that they're in a rather divided state. I think it's a 50-50 uh, in the primary Senate. I don't know how the high senators are coming down on whatever it is. God forbid it needs to go to the president to make a decision.
Ah, yes. The, we don't want that to happen. Well, very good. If you don't mind, would you either direct me towards his office, or if I could just wait? It is drastically urgent that I speak with him.
Sure. She gives you. She writes down on a piece of paper the office number that it is. Um, it's back up the stairs, like halfway.
Gotcha. I'll say thank you so much. I appreciate all that you do. Thank you. You have been very, very helpful. And
If
I'll
anyone
kind of
asks,
head
you
back.
didn't see me, and I didn't see
I
you.
I don't know what you're talking about, my dear.
Good. She goes back into reading her book.
Lovely. Yeah, I'll head back up the stairs and see if I can kind of hear anything waiting for lunch break, since that's
Alrighty.
what you told me.
Eventually, you hear the doors, like the lock mechanism, lifts back up. This loud chunk. The doors open. You hear the sounds of feet moving. Various people going up all of the stairs. Some of them a much farther journey than others. Um, so you wait. Do you wait outside or in his office?
Um, does his office seem like it's open?
Yeah, the
Like I don't
door.
want to. So if it's open, then I'll wait in the office, but I don't want to break into it. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Pretty much all of them are like open door. There's no closed doors or anything for these things.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you just walk in. You see that there's one very large seat, and then like two smaller seats for like regular humanoids.
Then yeah, so I'll hang out there.
Alrighty. Um, Eventually, you hear the sounds of like lumbering footsteps, um, and a gigantic man enters the room.
Alexodon.
Indeed. He's got like this very long nose, slight protruding tusks, these very wide and large feet, but he's got like hands, like, and shoulders, kind of like a humanoid body. Um,
And can I ask something? Can I say when I was with Kreen that if I was going to talk to Luxodon, I got like a symbol or something to know that I spoke with him, that I am like friends with Kreen?
um, I don't think that would have really come up.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Um, so you see, he steps into his office. He begins like fiddling with something on his desk. What do you do?
Um, Mr. Ague.
As soon as you speak, you hear like the blaring of a elephant sound. As he is surprised. Oh dear God! What are
I
you
am
What are you doing here?
so I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I was actually just speaking with Master Kreen, and he spoke very highly of you, and I needed to come talk to you.
Oh dear! Oh dear God! First, there's a cannibal to worry about, and then people sneaking into my office when we're locked.
I'm sorry, a cannibal?
It's in my district. It's not here, and I'm not a cannibal. And there's not a cannibal in the Senate that I know of. I mean, who knows?
Uh,
Um,
you have piqued my interest, my good sir. Is there a cannibal running through your district?
well, it's localized, but yes. But we're not trying to bring too much focus to it. We're trying to catch him. Um,
Do
yeah.
you need help?
You see he's like very very profusely sweating. Yeah. No, no. The guards assure me that they're on the case. There's nothing to be worried about.
Bro,
And it might not even be a cannibal because some people are saying they saw a tiger or something. So it's just a wild animal.
Right. Do you actually believe that?
I don't know what it is. I just know that I need to help my people.
Help your people. What um what have you guys been discussing in there the oncoming horde that's coming from Rhodesia?
Go ahead and either make an intimidation or an insight check.
Oh, absolutely doing insight.
Well,
Um
okay, so I'll tell you, you get certain things from either one.
so I think I'm going to do insight because I want to read his reaction to me actually saying,
Okay,
like, instead of trying to bully him into telling me more, I want to kind of see if I can get a reading of what
of
his
what was
reaction
already
is to me.
said. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Can I use guidance on this or no?
Most definitely.
Cool. And then I have a +9 to insight. Uh, that is 15.
You see, as soon as you mention the horde, um, all whatever color is in him drains, and he starts sweating even more profusely. Like he is sweating bullets right now. Um, well, we're not talking about the horde per se. We're talking about what a possible governmental response to the horde would be. Um, uh, yeah,
Bro,
but
I know.
who told you about it?
Did you know about the horde out in Cathay?
Oh, I for one didn't. I hadn't heard of anything until uh, earlier this week when we heard about what happened in Port Rhodesia.
Well, there was a second horde in Cathay. And I use the word was in past tense because of my friends and myself.
All right, now
I
go ahead and make a just a raw charisma check for me. Either, I mean, we can do it persuasion or performance if you want.
I'll do persuasion. God, I'm rolling like dog shit. That's an 8.
I don't believe I really ever did hear of anything in Cathay. Um, I'll tell you what I do know. Um, you shouldn't be here.
Uh, I do know that there's a phylactery in town because I've already destroyed one. I know,
What's a phylactery?
Senator Bro, you're gonna sit here and tell me that you don't know what a phylactery is?
Well, I'm standing, so not gonna
Same.
sit, but
Fair.
yes, I don't know what that is.
Phylacteries are basically tools of necromancers.
That doesn't sound
And
very good.
it's not. I've destroyed one. Uh, and if can I do an insight check to see if like I would trust him to, if I showed him like the staff and that destroyed it, that he's not gonna just kind of like, try to screw me over or anything like that.
Um, I without even rolling, your passive insight is this guy's a little
19,
bit of a
yeah.
coward. Um, he would not try to cross you.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the staff from the bag of holding.
Oh, that's
Oh
you're pulling out a weapon. I he
no no no
takes like a
no no
step
no 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 no
back.
no. This is this is not a weapon. Well, okay, in my hands it is, but I am not meaning it as a weapon. This is a magical instrument from the gods that was used to destroy a phylactery of a necromancer. I am here to try to find out which necromancer created the phylactery why there's a second one in Volta, because I do know there's one here, and what it's going to take for me to destroy it. Because I know once I destroy that phylactery, that will stop the horde. That's what they're coming for.
Okay, so I don't see where I play into any of this. I'm just a senator. I can
I
tell
need
you.
you to put me in contact with the right people.
Okay, okay. Understand. I tell you what. Um, I can't do it myself, but and he gives you like a piece of paper.
Hmm.
These are the names you need. He writes down four names, one including, uh, well, he writes down four names, kind of giving a vague description of each. Human, tiefling, turtle, and gnome. Um, each with a name. The name beside the turtle is let me just see, Ryson Delrose.
Uh, is the turtle happen to be a high senator?
Indeed, that's what I'm giving you right now. Um, well, it'd be tough to get into the high senator's office. Right now, they're still taking a vote because they have different duties. Uh, we didn't manage. We reached a 50-50, so that it has to go to them, and then if they reach a 50-50, it'll go to the president. Um, we but they're the people that you probably want to talk to.
What were all four of the names high senators? Broa.
Yes, yes.
That's the four high senator. Okay. Um, understandable. What what are you voting on in there? On what action to take against the horde?
Go ahead and roll investigation, or actually, go ahead and roll intimidation.
Okay. Plus one. There we go. It's a nat 19, so that's a dirty 20.
Um, so you see, okay, how do you kind of posture up to this guy who's actually taller and bigger than you, but
I
in
feel
an
like since I've gotten the second part of the staff, I feel like outside of when I met Master Crean, who was just like pure respect, I basically just kind of exude the embodiment of like big dick energy.
okay, yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
you see, as you're holding the staff, your feathers fly on end. You see, like there's the faint crackle of lightning. Um, and your wings are kind of more spread apart than they sometimes are, kind of giving you a bigger appearance. You're like, so you ask that question. um, well, I'm really not supposed to talk about this. um, so effectively we're 50-50. We're discussing going to war. um, Some of us believe we need to put troops out there, possibly conquering other lands to give us a little bit of a border. Likelihood is, since they're coming from the north, it's going to be the mountains of Rhodesia. We have good relations with the Goliath and Dragonborn folk up there, um, so helping them wouldn't be much of a problem. But we would incorporate it. We would expand our borders. Um, others believe that we might just go full seclusion, cut the cable cars, and outweight them with the mountains and the wall. Not much the undead can really get in by.
Where do you stand on this debate?
I'm not one to go to war. I think if we just wait it out, we're likely to survive.
Coward, just like I thought.
He like shrinks down a step.
This is not a time to sit and wait. This is a time for those who can take action to take action. Because things like this, and with the necromancer on the rise, there is not going to be a waiting out. How can you wait out undead? Do you really think that you sitting here in your little ivory towers can outlast that which cannot die?
Well, I suppose not. But theoretically, if it ends, or they get what they want, or whatever happens, we wouldn't have to deal with it.
This is exactly what's wrong with places like this.
You say that. Um, do you like? Do you end the conversation there, or is that just?
No, I'll start to turn around and walk out, and I'll kind of
He
look over. I'll look over my shoulder and just go, you know, I can't find anything worthwhile that Crean would see in you. And I'd start walking out the door.
you see like he collapses into his chair and like throws his his lunch bag away.
I ruined his meal.
Ruined his life. So yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, they're so apparently the high senators are still in meeting in the chamber of Congress, probably in like a back room or something. Um,
right.
you can stealthily go in there, or if you have any magical means or whatever you want to try to do.
Um, can I can I try to like stealth down and then oh, how far is it?
So it's
30
probably
feet. So no, I was looking. I want to see if I could like stealth down, see if I could find the room, and then misty step into the room.
so I would say if you Mystic Step from the like entrance, you could surpass like a good few of the people. You could also Misty Step from a distance into the room. Nobody would see you go in. Um, and then there's just regular stealth if you're feeling lucky.
Um, would it? So I guess what I'm trying to get to is I want to try to. I would like. I figured he would have told me they're in like a back room or something like
Yeah,
that in the chamber, and um, I want to kind of see if like stealthily go down back towards the chamber and then see if like there's a door with a crack that could assume they're coming from, and then try to misty step into the room they're at. Either that or ooh um uh oh shit. Thunderstep is 90 feet.
okay, so with that, you could definitely get like to the doorway where like okay, so I envision it's like a doorway that leads into this big chamber that's got like 50 seats, um, and then there's a door with a large barred door to the left, and then a large barred door to the right that go into two different rooms. The one he told you is to the left. You could definitely get to that with a thunder step. There is no way to do it stealthily, I don't think.
No, I know, but it's one of those now where if I do the thunder step, all the attention is going to be out in the main chamber away
Oh
from me.
yeah,
So everyone's going to be looking towards that, and I'm at the other side of the room at the door.
fair enough. I definitely say advantage on stealth to yeah.
Sweet. All right, then I'll burn 2 charges. I'm doing that just to ignore the damage. Cuz I'm going to do it in like a spot where I'm not going to hurt anyone.
Yeah. Um,
I can find a way to do that.
so you are gripping onto the rod, channel this energy. Boom! A crash of lightning. You're instantly next to the door. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. You see people like there's like the screams of women, people like rushing down sets of stairs, trying to figure out what's going on.
And I'll put guidance on myself before I did this too.
All right.
Um, Stealth 16.
Uh, I mean, I think a couple people might catch you like see you out of the corner of their eye or something like that, but their focus is definitely away. You manage to, I'm guessing, pop the lock, lift up the barred door, and enter the room.
And enter the room.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Um, so you see a small like conference table style thing. Four people gathered around, one on each side. Um, there sits the human, the tiefling, the gnome, and the turtle. Um, excuse me, I don't believe you're supposed to be here.
No, but I'm here to help you make the right decision.
Um, you see the tiefling woman kind of questions. Oh, how wise you must be to give the High Senators of Volta the right answer. What would we ever do without you?
Uh, Tell me, Senator, you know what happened in Cathay, right?
Indeed, we do. There are reports of large undead activity that suddenly vanished. Whether they went underground or burned out in the desert, we don't quite know, but we have our intelligence.
What did that intelligence tell you? Because you see, Senator, I was in the desert in Cathay.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
13.
You see, like, she kind of shifts her seat from facing the table to kind of turning towards you. Um, and
Well, I was in the desert, and now there's no more undead activity, is there?
but who could confirm it would be you? You
Uh,
alone destroyed an undead horde.
no, I had friends helping. We all have friends. It's crazy to do anything, try to attempt anything alone in this world.
You see the turtle pipes up. Why, yes, it very much is. And in fact, when people work together, they can they can solve more problems than anyone in a courtroom could.
I could not agree more with you, wise turtle.
You see both the tiefling lady and the gnome are like kind of upset at him for giving you any props. You see the human guy's interesting. Well, um, might you regale us with how this was done? We might require that assistance within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
That's one of the reasons that my friends and I came to Volta. Uh, and I'll tell them the tale. I'll leave out the part about the staff for now. Um, because it really, actually, no, it did help, didn't it?
I mean, the biggest thing was destroying the obelisk.
Right. So, uh, how all right. So I'll tell them like we found the center of the um undead activity in the temple, and um I was able to divine where the center, like what was causing the activity, and we fought a shadow dragon. and this dragon revealed, was it the dragon or the mind flayer or both? I think it was both of them that kind of
The
talked about the master.
Well, the mind flayer gave you more information in general.
Okay,
Like he had a full on conversation with you guys.
right.
The the shadow dragon was just kind of like my master told me to kill you and stop, but he didn't
Gotcha,
get to
gotcha,
do
gotcha.
any of that.
So we fought a what I'm assuming is a lieutenant in this necromancer's army, talking about there are, I'll fill him in on all the information that we had
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
conversation go through, but I'm gonna leave out the part where I got the piece from the obelisk.
Yeah. Uh. So yeah, they get with this information. Hmm. It would seem that this is going to be quite a foe, not one we can take down by putting our hands behind our backs. Uh,
I could not agree more. I wasn't able to get more information out of him, but apparently there's a necromancer trying to come back. Do you know of any dangerous necromancers that had passed long ago?
um, you see the gnome and the turtle look at each other, because they're the oldest in the room. Like, their lifespans are far greater than either a tiefling or a human. Um, hmm. Well, I've got an idea. How about you? They kind of converse a little bit. There are legends of the Great King who used an undead horde to try to conquer the whole continent.
Uh,
He
that sound that sounds about like what we're dealing with.
he ruled the whole lands of Volta, Cathay, Gaul, Rhodesia, all of these countries, um, and his cohorts, his generals, I believe, turned on him if memory serves.
That sounds a lot like the story that I was told. I think that the mind flayer told us that.
Yeah. Um, so specifically, you would know that they would tell you, the three parts of his magical artifact got split into three, um, to be kept in the capitals of two of the countries, and then one in Angora who helped to fight against them.
Well, uh, one of the three parts has been recovered by the undead horde that was in Rhodesia.
Mm.
One of the parts I destroyed myself. And at this point I'll pull out the staff and go with the help of the gods.
My boy, what is that?
This is a very ancient and powerful relic that will help
Mm.
us end this once and for all.
Well, the turtle kind of speaks up. Well, then you might need to speak to the president. Come, let me walk you into his office. And he gets up from the table. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me be excused. We've got bigger business to attend to. And he like grabs his cane and starts very, very slowly walking.
You know, I'm gonna be respectful and keep pace with him
Alrighty. So
because this was the one that Crean said would be the most likely to have helped.
indeed, you see as he as like he's slowly leaving the room. Um, all right, where did I put the key? All right. He starts like searching his person. He goes up to the door that's on the right side of the entrant. Um, that's not it. It takes him a little while to find the right key. Um, do you say anything in the meantime?
Am I at? Is it just him and I?
Yes. And you guys are
Okay.
kind of out at earshot of the other high senators.
Um, my good uh Senator Delrose, do you mind if I call you Ryson?
As long as you don't call me uh, an undead and try to kill me for it, that'd be quite
No, sir.
beneficial.
I wouldn't do that. But I do hear you may be friends of the Aarakocra.
Friends of the Aarakocra, enemies to the crown of Ceylon. Same difference, right?
I believe that I'd like to call you friend.
See, I'm an old timer, but I still remember what it was like to be young. And I do remember hearing tale of the snake people eating our eggs, so anything to put one over on them makes me happy.
Well, I can promise you this: as soon as we're done with dealing with the necromancer, I'm gonna go have a few words with some snake people.
Oh, that sounds both wonderful and horrifying.
Trust me, it's only gonna go bad for them.
Uh, I would say let the political process do its doing.
You know,
Great heroes are good for destroying villains, but usurping the power of nations? Well, actually, isn't that kind of what you're doing right now? Interesting. You
in a
see, he
manner,
finally gets the key to go kerchunk. Um,
in a manner of speaking, I guess you could say that.
uh, Now, if you don't mind, this door's a little heavy for one person. You see, he like begins like lifting in the barred section up.
Yeah, I'll absolutely come and help out.
You guys manage to get it to unlock. Um, Open up the door. It is a long hallway with like purple carpet and like trimming, like all the decorations. Very like presidential, as one would say.
Right.
Well, I think that's as far as you need me for. Um, the president should be in his office. If I know him, he's likely reading. Uh, Best of luck to you.
Is the he gonna be surprised to see me just come
Oh, most
walking
definitely.
in?
As we were.
Ah, excellent.
He starts like slowly walking back to the other room.
All right, I'm heading down the hallway.
Alrighty. So you get to another set of large doors. These ones are unlocked. They're like made of really fine wood and have these nice engravings and stuff on them. Very old. Um, how do you enter?
Um, oh shit, I should have asked the president's name. I don't know his name. Oh well. Um, I'm just gonna politely knock on the door to
You,
start.
there's so you knock. Um, you don't hear anything.
At this point, I'm just gonna go ahead and open the door.
So as you open the door, um, you see a small little gnome, uh, both reading a book, adjusting his fine spectacles, and trying to map out by like memory the exact like you know mountain configurations that are around. Basically, kind of wargaming based on memory.
Wargaming based on memory. Sweet.
He's got a very long white beard.
Mm. Good, Sir President.
Hmm?
I was.
Who are you?
My name is Xandar, and I
What are you
was
doing
told
here?
I was told by the High Senators that it might be in both of our best interest if we talked.
Hmm. You see, I was expecting the possibility of having to break a tied vote today.
Uh, I think I actually broke the tie before coming in here, but
Are
uh,
you
High
are
Senator
you an
Delro.
elected senator?
I am not, sir. I am actually only coming here to help you help your city and from this undead horde that's approaching it.
You see, he closes the book, uh, takes the spectacles that he has off, puts them in a little like coat pocket, pulls out a different set of larger spectacles, puts them on, looks at you, close the door
Uh,
behind you.
Absolutely. And I close the door and walk in. Like I'm not laughing. The character's not laughing. I'm laughing 'cause that's amazing. Well done.
So he walks over to the seat. Uh, it's a very big chair. He has a stepping stool that he uses to get up in it. Take a seat. There's one seat across from his desk.
Yeah, I'll sit down.
Now, how exactly are you going to help me?
Um, well, do you know? The same question. Do you know about the horde in Cathay?
Indeed.
Um, my
According
friends
to
and I.
my ratings, there were immense amounts of magical energy with a sudden eruption.
Yeah, that might have been me.
Well,
My friends and I found out what was drawing the horde in, what was controlling them and making them powerful, and destroyed it. And in doing so, found one of the phylacteries from the necromancer that was an old king who used to rule all of the land and then was turned on by his uh, lieutenants and killed. And I've heard this story like two or three times, and I've still yet to ask his name. Do you know what his name was?
let's see. He pulls out. He reaches under the desk, grabs out this huge book, plops it down. Well, let's start reading. He opens it up. Has to lick his fingers every couple of pages, searching for it. Yes. According to the first president of Volta, because before it was a country, it was part of that individual's kingdom, you see. So,
Hmm.
King Diromir,
King Diramir.
Diromir, also known as Diromir the Undying. Something about a warrior king that never died, whatever, whatever. Seems as though eventually he did get his comeuppance.
Seems like he did.
Now, are you telling me that these undead hordes are the very same?
From my understanding, yes, because when we were in the temple in Cathay, I met or we encountered one of his self-proclaimed lieutenants currently, who was a mind flayer.
Tricky
And,
business, those ones.
uh, he was not easy, but luckily I have a very large, strong friend who really likes swinging his axe at things, and the mind flayer didn't like that very much.
As understandable.
Um, and he had said that this was the return of the king, and that he was trying to collect his um phylactery so that he could return to power once again.
Hmm.
So I'm
Well, that's
from
no
the
good.
stories that you tell and from the information that I've gathered, it sounds like they are one and the same.
Indeed. Well, we seem to have a problem here.
Good news is I've taken care of a third of the problem. We had through some circumstances outside of my control, come across one of his phylacteries, and I have a very powerful magic weapon that destroyed it with
Well,
the help of my friends.
that's good. And I
So that is,
suppose you're here to try to get the piece that is held by the president of Volta. Is that right?
that is one of the reasons I'm here. Yes.
Uh, he hops off the seat. Well, I think you're going to be pretty mad at me.
What did you do?
About 15 years ago, I gave it to one of my friends for study, to put it to use in the arcane studies. And, if my memory serves right, which sometimes it doesn't, it was stolen about a year and a half ago.
Oh no.
By some low level wizard, hood rat, or something of the like. We've been searching for him. He reaches under his desk, pulls out a whole stack of papers, starts very quickly filing through them, pulls out a very old, piece of paper. It's a wanted poster. It has a picture of Dren on it.
What? Wait.
Yep. This little piece of shit stole my friend's orb, which itself was the phylactery, if I'm to believe him.
Fuck. I
But not to worry, we are searching far and wide for him.
Oh fuck. That is
So if you want to
pr-
go ahead and make a history check for me of what you remember of what Dren might have told you guys.
yeah, I want to do that. Uh I'll do guidance too.
Mm-hmm.
Histories +2. 13.
I think the only thing that might really come back to you, like very precisely, um, was when you guys were at that tavern and the mercenaries gave you guys trouble. They were looking for Dren.
Uh-huh.
Um, they had said that he was wanted for stealing it, some sort of orb that controlled the Warforged or something like that. Um, and he probably told you, look, I've been framed. I don't have it.
Oh man. So, Mr. President,
Mm-hmm.
first off, what can I ask your name?
My name is Yorin.
Yorin.
Yorin Ispire. And I'll go ahead and add his name to your journal as well.
Thank you. President Aspire, I am going to tell you this in good faith, so that you might trust me more to help you.
You see, he fiddles with like a little device in his ear. All right, I'm listening.
When I began my travels with my brother, and we came across this party, the man in that picture was a part of our crew to begin with.
Hmm. Interesting.
He reiterated to us that because we did come across a group of people that wanted to capture him for stealing what was an orb that controlled Warforged or something of the like, and after our polite disagreement, um, the man told us that he was being framed for what he did.
Hmm. Interesting. He starts like stroking his very long beard. Um, wow. We have it on good account that he did steal it.
That's, I mean, very possible. He was a shady creature, and I never fully trusted him, to be honest.
Now, who he sold it to, we don't exactly know. Or if who contracted him to steal it, we don't exactly know. If you want to go ahead and make another history check.
Yep. Ooh, there we go. Uh, 18.
Okay, so you specifically remember something about Dren saying the people who hired him fucked him over, and that it was the goblins. So
The goblins?
that's why he had some beef with Gobbert.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I don't remember a specific name, but he did mention that the people who hired him were ones that fucked him over, and they were goblins.
Hmm. Well,
So it was the goblins are the ones that were after this.
uh,
Now,
you see, he starts moving towards his wargaming table. Um,
mhm,
changes out the glasses again. Well, depending on which faction of goblins he went with, we can probably track them down, given the various tunnels and other things. He starts like kind of mumbling a little bit. Within about 4 weeks, which by then we'll be lucky if we're not all zombified. So that's not good.
is
Hmm.
there oh, sorry, I want to look at my spells for a second. Hang on.
I could try to send some of our city guards undercover, but pretty much all of them would be made men. I can't assure their lives, and I wouldn't want to send my men to die.
No, I'm not trying to kill men. This is something that I feel like I should be there with them, but if it's going to take that long to track down the particular faction, I think my services or my skills would be actually best used here to help stop the horde.
Um, if you want to make some sort of like intelligence check,
Okay.
whether it be investigation or just raw intelligence or history or something like that.
All modifier wise, they're all the same.
No.
but just do an intelligence check. It's all +2.
Yeah.
Guidance as well. I feel like these are very good uses of the guidance cantrip.
Indeed.
I love that cantrip. Oh, you son of a bitch! Wasn't that one?
So you can go ahead and burn your DM inspiration. Everybody's getting one.
Sweet. Guidance or the guidance was a 2, so I'll just leave that.
All right.
And I rolled a 3, which
Oh
makes a 7.
Lord.
God damn it.
Um. Yeah. If only you guys knew a goblin
If
that
only.
isn't from this city. If only.
I have a question.
In character or out of
Scry
character?
out of character. Spell.
Okay.
It's a spell question.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, I guess. Okay, so I can't contact him, but he. I was looking at scrying,
Mm.
but I can only see. I can't actually um talk to him. But wait, I do have. I should have the sending spell.
It's a level 3. I don't know if you have access to it though.
Let me take a look. I know I don't have it prepared currently. Oh shit, I do. So I don't have it stocked, but 25 words or less, unlimited range. If Mr. President, if I happen to know of a goblin that may like me better than some of the others, actually, I'm not quite sure where I stand with him.
All
If
right.
I can, if I, if we could ask him some of these questions, if I could bring him in to have you talk to him to get information, would that be helpful? If we can, not hurt him?
Most definitely. We could, like I said, the easiest way, the fastest way, would be to send someone undercover. Unfortunately, all of the goblins of the city are made men. Neighboring, all of the goblins of the mountains know them and know not to trust them.
Gotcha. Um, can I, because it's not like a fight sequence, are you okay if I use that spell?
Sending?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't have it like stocked for the day, but I didn't really stock it again
yeah,
because
yeah,
that's what I meant. Like I didn't have it like prepared.
yeah.
I'll just mark off a third level spell.
Alrighty.
All right, so it's 25 words. So I'll go, Gobbert, uh, come to capital. Um, I'm with the president. We need your help finding something. Xandar.
And does he get to respond with sending?
Yes, he gets 25 words.
Okay. Fuck you. Uh, and that's it. That's all of his 25 words.
I love this goblin so much.
um, do you
But
wait
can
like?
I want to talk with the president? Like, all right, well, He's on his way. Can we send message down to the front to let the goblin in? That goes by the name Gobbert. Um,
In fact, I've got a better idea. You see, he reaches into his sack, grabs
uh-huh.
out what looks to be like a little like circular like stone. Attention, all street officers! There is a goblin by the name of Gobbert. What's he wearing?
I think he's wearing a little tuxedo, isn't he?
Wearing a little tuxedo. Please arrest him and bring him to the capital.
Hmm. Uh,
Do so very quickly. He puts the stone back in his bag.
he's not gonna like that.
Within 10 to 15 minutes, you hear profuse swearing coming out from the front of
That's
the
my
hall.
buddy.
You goddamn coppers! I'll kill you. I'll slit your throats in your sleep.
Gobbert,
Just because I'm. Hey, what the fuck is
Gobbert.
going on?
This was this was the fastest way to get you here. I didn't know he was gonna do this. I'm newly acquainted with the President Yorin
Oh, and I'm
Aspire.
newly acquainted with his goddamn police force.
Yeah, I know. But listen, you know the shit that we just went through out in the desert?
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot more of that shit's happening, and I've reason to believe that goblins in the north are part of this, and I need you to help me stop it.
Interesting. What's in it for me? Well, I suppose not dying is probably what's in it for me.
I
Yeah,
mean,
okay.
not dying's in it. Gobbert, like, I have really tried to help and protect you from those dumbasses. Yeah, they're dumbasses.
He gives you a little nod. Um, that's why I've always kind of liked you the best.
Oh, thanks, Gobbert.
Your brother's a
And
goddamn psychopath.
I honestly, I'm not disagreeing. There are even times that I question his sanity.
All right, so what do you need me to do?
That's where the president comes in.
You see the president walks up to him. He's like a good, like, a little bit shorter. Well, nice to meet you. He holds out his hand. Gobbert does not shake.
Gobbert, be nice.
Well, very rarely do I meet such a. He adjusts his spectacles. Fine dressed fellow. You see, we need someone to go undercover. Find out information or just acquire uh, uh, about a stolen orb, you see. Well, somebody I believe you know was captured or was stole it and apparently lost it in their presence. Um, so you see, we need information about that. All of my goblins on my police force are made men. They can't do this. But you're an unknown figure. You might be able to just do this job. Now, if you die, not much we can do to help you. Yeah. Oh well. And he turns back around. All right. That sounds like everything's coming together.
Hmm.
I do have. Well, okay. You might want to go talk to my friend Ranka. He's the owner of the well, the previous owner of that orb, the friend that I gave it to. Uh,
Is that that's the Warforged guy?
yeah.
Uh, yes, actually, I've been meaning to go pay him a visit anyway. Actually, this is just
You do know that
fortuitous.
Karathu was already headed towards the factory with the automatons.
With the yeah, so actually, one of my friends is on his way to the factory now.
Hmm. Well, indeed. Might be some interesting consequences if we have to smash that orb. I don't very much know what will happen. And you see like a smile starts to form across his face. Oh, the wonders of magic.
I tell you, it had a pretty big bang the first time I smashed the orb.
Well, you see, and I don't know much of the process, but there's something about the orb that was able to manufacture the Warforged. So
Ah.
how that goes into the process, I don't quite know. But
So you're saying even though have come to believe that even though there's three separate orbs or phylacteries as we've come to know them, um, all three of them may have different properties and not necessarily be the same.
no, well, you see, he pulls out a book that is over various magical subjects. According to what I have, phylacteries absorb the souls of things.
Hmm.
Well, that former king absorbed a lot of souls.
Right.
So whether it's raising undead, like I believe you saw down in Cathay,
Hmm.
or giving souls to inanimate objects, like I believe that's what my friend here has done. Now the
Oh,
problem with that
interesting.
comes with, if the orb is destroyed, does it
What
remove all of
happens?
their souls, or does it just give them free will, which will
Ooh,
create quite an interesting conundrum.
it will indeed.
But regardless, we need to find the damn thing first. So he closes the book, puts it up. Well, I need to go to lunch now.
Um, President Aspire, would you grant me permission to do some research on? I was told they were prohibited or forbidden topics at the library. It's literally all relevant to this task at hand.
Sure, why the hell not?
Thank you.
He pulls out like a little stamp book, presidential like stamp of approval. Pounds it on your kneecap. That should do. Bye now. He walks out of his office. Uh,
I
I
love
wonder
this
what
guy.
kind of pastries they're having.
Uh, I love this guy.
All right, and we can go ahead and end it there.
Oh man.